Welcome to Real Estate Radio San Antonio, hosted by your local real estate and finance experts, Carl and Stan Hester. Each week at this time, they'll share what you need to know as it applies to what's really going on in the local real estate market. Whether you need to sell your home for top dollar, refinance, remodel, save money to retire comfortably, or even buy a bargain property in your local area, Carl and Stan have assembled a team of the area's top professionals in real estate, mortgages, credit, finance, law, taxes, and home improvement, so you'll know all the whys and how-tos and will always be one step ahead of everyone else. This is your opportunity to explore the financial concierge model. So, welcome and let's get started. Here are your hosts, local real estate and finance experts, Carl and Stan Hester.
Good afternoon and welcome to Real Estate Radio San Antonio with your host, Carl and Stan Hester. We're here to bring you an important hour of radio every Sunday right here, 9:30 a.m., The Answer. We're part of the Real Estate Radio Network out of San Diego, which is a national network of local real estate professionals dedicated to delivering timely, balanced truths about the local market conditions in an effort to help Americans maintain, 1, good credit, 2, minimize their debt, and achieve the dream of home ownership. And good afternoon, Carla.
Hi, Stan. How are you?
Pretty good for the first part of the year here.
That's right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. We hope you had a fun, safe, and a happy new year.
We had a happy new year, yep.
I'm hoping our listeners did, too.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking to me. Okay. Andy's over there being awful quiet, so that's good.
He's not.
Yeah.
I was told to be.
Okay, good.
So we had a fabulous New Year's Eve, and Stan and I went to the Club of Sonterra. They had a lovely a New Year's Eve party and dinner, and it was safe. We drove our golf cart home, and so we didn't drink and drive.
As long as we get past that lake, we're home free.
Yeah, we stayed on the sidewalks.
Yeah, we chased some people off that sidewalk, but it was good on there for a while. So no, just teasing. That's all not true. But we did drive the cart over to the club. We actually posted on our Premier team our New Year's resolutions on our Facebook page, and that's a Facebook page for Premier Fidelity there. And we've got our New Year's resolutions up as a team this year, and it's that we've all agreed on health and wellness. Here's an office where I'm the only male in there, so, I would have thought maybe a slower backstroke or, straighter drives or something, but we ended up with health and wellness on there, and I think it's a great resolution for our new year as we seems to get in shape here.
Because that also helps the backstroke, if you're healthy and wealthy.
Yeah. All right.
Health and wellness, and that's Premier Fidelity Mortgage, and that's what was our resolution. So every week we're going to post something on our Facebook with Premier Fidelity Mortgage that gives you some health and wellness tips every week. So you just have to follow us on Facebook and get your weekly tips.
Yeah, go in there and like us and let us know how you're doing, and then and let's keep it up.
Yep, we need health and wellness.
Okay.
So before we get into Mortgage Manners, we wanted to discuss some of San Antonio's green initiatives. From San Antonio Bikes, the Drought Operation Plan, Air Quality Health Alert Plan, the Solar Plan, and CPS Energy Save for Tomorrow Plan, San Antonio is actively creating more sustainable environments.
Holy mackerel, that's a lot of plans, Carla.
That is, and it goes back to health and wellness.
Well, okay.
So even the city, we're all in the same mind here. So the San Antonio Bike Plan strives to increase biker ridership for daily travel, to save energy, reducing air pollution, and saving money. The San Antonio Bike Plan creates an environmental, safe, friendly lifestyle. I have an idea.
Uh-oh.
Is there
Health
a
and
trail?
wellness.
Yeah, is there a trail from our house to work? We could start
No,
riding
there's
a bike.
not one. There isn't. There's 1604, but I don't think you can pedal that fast.
No.
Yeah.
I think there's a... that might be interesting to check out.
Well, let's get one of the mopeds that got the motor on the bottom at least.
CPS Energy is implementing a CPS Energy Save for Tomorrow energy plan, and their mission is to save 771 megawatts of electricity for 2020, by 2020. Their electricity consumption reduction plan is accomplished by offering financial incentives to residential and commercial customers. We always turn down our thermostat when we go to work in the air conditioning. And
well, I mean, if we all contribute a little bit, I know a lot of times people make fun about green initiatives and these different things, and a lot of that will naturally fit into the homes of the green initiatives. We had Richard Ramos on here, I don't know, a month or so, a couple months back, and one of the big things we talked about was the attic, and it was really amazing that when he gets up there, I think they say the average attic is, and I'm not sure, it was either 140 or 160 degrees. I mean, it was just amazing how hot it was up there. Probably 140 degrees is what it is. But when you look through some of these attics, even ours, and is what we talked about, the air ducts run through there for maybe 50 feet or whatever it is, and all the air is wrapped a little bit in some some reflective material, and so it's got to be heating up that. And I wonder why it gets so hot. But if it's 160 degrees up there, that air conditioning's running through there, it's got to be sucking 5, 10, 15 degrees out of that cool air before it even gets to the vent. So, I mean, that makes us run our air conditioning a lot longer than what it should be. So, I mean, just maybe bringing the air conditioning, the temperature of the attic down would help. I mean, there's all kinds of different things that would help on cutting down how much an air conditioner would work.
Is that our green initiative? Is to redo our attic? Is to insulate our attic?
I know it is yours, and and usually your initiatives become my initiatives somewhere along the way, and because we do find that we're on the same page after much convincing from you.
I think that's a good idea. We'll look into that. Excuse me.
But no, I mean, that's important. If we can all save a little bit, it's all going to help.
Yeah, I agree.
A few miles on this, and
a little bit from everybody is a lot.
It is, yeah.
So the city of San Antonio also encourages energy efficient homes by offering CPS Energy Saver programs. With Texas seasonal spikes in energy demand, their goal is to assist homeowners, businesses, to reduce their energy use while saving on their energy bills, kind of what we talked about.
Yeah, saving money just to help everybody. And if you've just joined us, you're listening to Real Estate Radio San Antonio with Carlin Stanton. We're here at 9:30 a.m., The Answer.
Green initiatives are great in that they create a healthy environment that's healthy and jobs that are secure. People tend to base where they call home centered on a city, vibrancy, affordability, sustainability. If you want more information on San Antonio green initiatives, you can visit www.sanantonio.gov, and that's www.sanantonio.gov. And so I'm a big supporter of green initiatives.
You're a recycler. You're a supporter of all those things.
Yeah.
I commend you. You do very well on that. You kind of keep me in line on that also. So I get a little sloppy sometimes, even with putting the right things in the right trash cans out there in the garage. And we're getting some smiles from everybody around the studio here. Like, no, I'm not answering that one. But it's important to do that. So. And I think it's a good time here, first of the year, for us to make that goal as one of our goals. Maybe just to be a little better on green initiatives as far as recycling or whatever you choose. I mean, there's so many things: keeping the thermostat down, getting a more efficient thermostat.
Make it your New Year's resolution and pick some
just pick one or two. Yeah.
So maybe we'll turn the thermostat down a little more tonight, so it gets a little more chilly.
Just pull that blanket up a little
higher.
A little higher, yeah.
Okay, let's get into what we call mortgage manners. And Stan Hester and I, Carla Hester, are licensed real estate originators, and our NMLS numbers are, mine, Carla's is 219059, and Stan's is 956893. So what we're going to talk about is before investing in a home, you want to consider the home affordability. How much can you afford?
I think that's one of the important things that everybody wants to know. How much can I really afford? How much can I pay? Am I going to be, you hear the old term, am I going to be a slave to that home? Mm-hmm. I mean, those are some of the things that have to be considered down the road there. Mm-hmm. But, some of the things that they ultimately rest on, there's factors that really help you to decide that, more than a feeling. A lot of people say, I've heard these things like, well, I can cut out, that soda, and I can cut out, a few other things, and I won't
eat out as much.
I won't eat out as much. I won't play as much golf. I won't play as much, buy as many clothes, different things. And really what happens is that sounds good in theory, but it's kind of like working two jobs. You always think, hey, I could work two jobs and make twice as much money till you try working two jobs. and you just can't, sustain that. So you've got to be at the right ratios, and there are some great things, and I think let's go over that. One of the things that becomes into fact here is what they refer to as DTI, and it's debt to income ratios.
So you may talk on that?
That would be fine unless Andy wants to jump in over there, but he's kind of quietly waiting.
So lenders look to see, an investor wants to see how a potential home buyer will be able to cope with the monthly payment. Lenders want to see that you can afford a comfortable payment with your monthly obligations. So it's debt to income as we take your income and what your current debt is, your new house payment, taxes, insurance, mortgage insurance, and all of that's factored in to get a debt to income. Credit is also part of that. Credit score is analysis of a person's credit history and tells the lender how likely a borrower will pay his or her bills. Your lender will need to know if you're able to meet your financial obligations in the past so they can correctly assess how you're going to perform in the future on your new payments.
And so often we talk, it's almost week after week, somehow FICO score gets in there, and that's so important on what your rate is on your home, because depending on the better your FICO score is, it shows that the investors are more likely to lend you money, more likely to, and because you have a better record of paying your bills on time, they're going to give you a lower rate on that home, and that can also increase the amount of home that you can buy.
So home affordability, also down payment is a factor. I mean, how much can you afford to put down on this house? Is it 3%? Is it 3.5%? Is it 5%? Is it 20%? Is it 0%? So do you qualify for those programs? So that's what they'll look at, and all of that's part of your credit score. We'll look at which program you qualify and if you can afford it. I mean, then you have the type of the home. Keep your dream home in mind with the right features, amenities. You have to remember what your monthly payment includes: principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. Mortgage insurance and homeowners insurance, and all of those things are factored into your debt to income. But if you're interested in getting more information on buying or just talking about if you could afford a home and what that would look like, give us a call at 210-314-2200. That's 210-314-2200. We would love to take a few minutes with you. If you'll stay tuned, we're going to take a break, and we're going to take Andy Muszynski of the Muszynski team will be joining us and giving us some expert advice on the real estate market.
You don't want to miss Andy. We'll be right back.